thoughts. They won't go away. So many thoughts. I can't stop the thoughts. What do you do with your thoughts? Number one, thoughts are normal. Having a lot of thoughts in a meditation practice is normal. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing it wrong. It is completely normal and natural to have a lot of ruminating thoughts when you start a meditation practice. Think about what you're doing, okay? Just stop for a second and think about what you're doing. You're asking your brain to be still. You're asking your brain to just think about one thing, which is usually the breath. We are a culture who multitasks, is constantly distracted. We are a culture who wants to do a million things at once. Bigger, better, faster now. Bigger, better, faster now. Asking your brain to just think about one thing is difficult. So the question is, what do you do with those thoughts? How do you manage thoughts in a meditation practice? There needs to be something that we're paying attention to so that when we do get caught in thought, we're brought back into the meditation, into the present moment. Typically, that is the breath. Breathing. The natural physical sensation of breathing. I find it interesting that we never pay attention to breathing when breathing is the only thing that keeps us alive. The reason why we choose the breath as a focus is because, well, it's automatic. We don't have to think about breathing. It's there for us all the time. Breathing also helps to initiate the parasympathetic nervous system, the nervous system that naturally helps you to calm yourself down after you've been triggered or after a fight or flight response. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel peaceful. It's rhythmic. There's an in and an out rhythm that is easy for us to lend our attention to during a practice. So observing the natural sensation of breathing is a great focus. Take a breath right now, in and out through the nose. You feel that? You can sense something there. You can feel something. You could feel the air as it moves in and out through the nostrils. Take a breath and focus on the chest. You feel that? That rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. There's sensation there. There's something there that you can place your focus on. You can also imagine those lungs just taking in the air and expelling it out. You could also pay attention to the breath at the level of the belly. This is also called diaphragmatic breathing. So it's pushing the belly out on the in breath and contracting the belly in on the out breath. We're not trying to change the breath. We're not trying to lengthen it, shorten it, deepen it. We're just noticing and observing natural breathing. The breath is your anchor. The breath is your home base. The breath is going to be the tether that pulls you back in every single time the mind starts to wander, which is definitely going to happen. I like to use visualizations when I'm realizing that I'm thinking, ways to kind of understand what to do when I'm caught in a moment of thinking. A lot of people like to imagine that their thoughts are like clouds in the sky just passing through, like leaves on a stream, just gently gliding down the stream. I like to use the analogy of cars on a highway. Imagine that you are sitting at the side of a highway. You're just watching the cars go by. You're not trying to stop cars. You're not trying to steer cars in different directions. You're not chasing after cars. You're just watching. There's another one, and there's another one. That's what we can do with our thoughts. So when you are aware, the moment that you become aware that you're thinking, you notice, you observe, and you go right back to the breath. You notice and you go back. Your meditation practice at first may feel something like this. And I'm focusing on the breath, and oh, you gotta remember to go to the grocery store and pick up lemons. Oh, there's a thought, and back to the breath. Thought, breath. Oh, don't forget, you gotta call your mom back. Oh, there's a thought, and back to the breath. Thought, breath. I can't believe that person in the parking lot. No, there's a thought, and back to the breath. Thought, breath, thought, breath. Thought, breath. Over and over and over again. You may have a million thoughts in a meditation practice. You may feel like you're not meditating at all. You are. You're meditating. It just doesn't feel that way at first. It can feel uncomfortable to have a lot of thoughts in a meditation practice. Trust me, I know. It's one of the reasons why many people stop. It will get better. If you continue to just notice the thought and come back to the breath over and over again, you are building up your capacity to stay focused. And over time, the space between your thoughts and your breath expands. You're gonna notice that you have less thoughts the more you do this. Meditation is like going to the gym. Let's just say that you wanna lose a bunch of weight or you wanna gain muscle. The first few times that you go to the gym are gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna have muscle soreness. You're gonna feel fatigued. Your joints may be a little bit sore. Hell, I don't wanna do this, it hurts. It's the same with meditation. It's a little bit uncomfortable at first. It's kind of like growing pains. You're building those muscles, so it will be a bit sore. But the more you stick to it, the better it gets. If you like what you see and you wanna see more, please subscribe to my channel. I put out videos about once a week. Peace and love.